Hi, everyone. How are you guys? Hi, Teferet. Hi, Gail. It's good to see you. Hi, Teferet. I've seen you on so many of the recordings. It's so nice to get to be with you in person. I often can't join the classes, but I watch all the recordings, so it's nice I feel like I already know you.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I often, well, I sometimes think afterwards, it's like, oh my goodness, that's going out to all sorts of people, and Lord knows what I've just said.
You always speak beautifully. So,
Mhm.
and I'm always grateful for your insights.
Oh, thank you.
So it's wonderful to be together in person. And we'll give everyone just a little more time and then we'll get started. Where are you located?
I'm in Victoria, BC, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Gail? Where are you?
I am in Kalamazoo, Michigan,
Okay. It's
halfway
always
between Detroit and Chicago.
okay, great. I always love how we can all be together no matter where we are. It's been one of the greatest gifts, being able to Zoom and connect this way. It's hard to imagine what it was like before. I'm in Texas. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. It's very warm here always. As we like to joke that it's 9 months of summer and maybe you don't know what you're going to get the rest of the 3 months, but it's very warm. So I'll go ahead and get us started. This course, this class that will go over the Omer period, we will explore each week one of the seven divine attributes. And we'll experience them through the lens of our bodies. And often in Kabbalah, learning about the Sefirot can feel very abstract. And while it's fascinating, it's very hard to bring it into your body. So, with this class, as we learn, we'll take some of the themes and move with them and let them settle into the body. And as we learn in this class, the focus with each sphera each week will be as an energy center in the body, also looking at them as our own character traits and how we can expand them or how we can control them depending on what the sphera is. And so this week, of course, we're starting with Chesed, and that's the first week of the counting of the Omer. Chesed is an energy of expansion. Chesed is loving kindness. It is boundless. It is generosity. And in movement, it feels like this moving outward in the tree of life. It's on the right side, and it's the side of expansiveness. So it's interesting to bring it into the body because so often we can feel tight and contracted. So moving in this way will allow us today to really open up through the body, bringing the movements and the themes into the body. And so I will move up here so you guys can see me. But as you do this class at any time, practice loving kindness towards yourself. And if something doesn't feel good, don't do it. Just focus on your breath. And I would recommend just breathing in loving kindness and breathing out loving kindness. And so feel free to do your own modifications. And this practice will primarily be on the chair. There are a few times we'll stand up holding the chair, but generally it will be very supported and chair based. And when we stand, if you don't want to stand, you don't need to stand. So just listen to your body already practicing loving kindness. So I will come up to the chair and I will make sure that you guys can see me and we'll go ahead and get started. The theme of our class today is Olam Hesed Yibameh. The world is built with loving kindness. And I love this because it can inspire the energy around us as one of loving kindness. So begin by placing your feet into this loving earth. And you can imagine that you have roots that are connecting you deep into the earth. Go ahead and close your eyes or just gently gaze down, palms on the thighs, relaxing through the shoulders, and begin to take a few deep breaths, breathing up this loving kindness into your body and breathing it all around you. Continue to breathe like this, softening the belly as you inhale, letting the lungs fill with love. Exhale, releasing it out all around you. 2 more times. Big inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhaling through the body and exhaling. And we'll open the eyes, bringing our attention to the heart space, to the chest, the shoulders, the neck. And in Kabbalah, day 1 of creation is associated with Chesed, with this great light, this light that is an undifferentiated light of love. And so we are going to connect with our own light. And as we move into Chesed today, we're going to let this light guide us. And just like the world is built with loving kindness, we're going to build our bodies with loving kindness from the inside, moving out, just like Chesed. So begin to bring your attention to this light, imagining that you have this open expansiveness that is illuminating the space around you. And we'll begin to very gently move the head to the left, small, small circles, and around, letting it dip down. And as you move like this, imagine that the light is moving with you, so that as you reach the neck back, the light is expanding through the front of the neck. And as you come back around, the light is moving up through the back of the neck. As you come to the side, let the light illuminate the side of the neck. And we'll switch sides, moving the head now to the right, coming back and around. Taking your time, and these can be very small circles. Just allowing all parts of the neck to start to illuminate. One more circle like this. And we'll begin to bring this light now into the chest as we reach the shoulders up on an inhale, exhale, release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale as the shoulders lift and exhale, lower. Last time, inhale and exhale. And we'll bring this into circles of the shoulders now, moving the shoulders forward, up and around. And let this light remind you to send loving kindness to yourself. As we build ourselves today with Chesed, let's begin to build ourselves with love towards ourselves. And let this love spread through the chest that is expanding. We'll go ahead and reverse the circle, reaching the shoulders up and around. And if it feels good, you can let the body just move with the shoulders. Let's do that 1 more time. Shoulders rise and lower. And we'll bring this light now into the ribs. You can imagine that I'm pulling you forward from the sternum, and then let the ribs come to the left side of the room. Pull the belly in as you come to the back of the chair, to the other side and around. These can be very tiny circles if that feels better to you. Letting the light spin all throughout you, building from within, building with love. We'll do one more circle like this before we switch sides. Coming to the other side now, coming to the side, the back, the side, and the front. And you might notice that one side feels stickier or a little tighter. And just send the love where it needs to go. Practicing kindness to yourself, just like we repair the world, we repair ourselves, and this ripples out. We'll come back to center. Chesed is associated with the element of water. So we will begin to initiate this ripple like water through our spine, letting this loving kindness come through the spine. And we're going to build our spine today with love. So let the sternum reach forward like we were just doing. And this time, pull it back, just a tiny movement. And just like a wave, tiny little ripples. Can you pull the heart in and then let it pull back out? This can be the tiniest movement, or it can be a big wave. So just feeling the waves of Chesed through the spine. And this movement forward is extension of the spine. And when you come back in, you're flexing the spine. And we are going to build ourselves with each spinal motion today, starting with a healthy spine, repairing ourselves, healing ourselves. We'll pause for a moment as we lift the arms up like a wave, inhale up. And as if you were floating in water, exhale the arms down. Let's do that 2 more times. Lifting the arms as you inhale, almost as if you were floating in Chesed. Exhale. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale up. And this time, rotate to the left side, placing the right palm on the left knee and gently placing the left fingertips behind you. Inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Exhale as you gently twist. Breathing the Chesed to the shoulders if they're hiking up. And softening the twist so that it is one of kindness, not one that puts any pressure on your spine. We'll switch sides, waving up on the inhale and floating down to our exhale. Lengthen as you inhale and exhale as you begin to spiral through the spine. You might even think of letting go here of anything that covers your Chesed. We all hold things that we need to release. So just let them go. We'll come back to center, placing the palms beside us, sweeping the right arm out and up, and reaching it overhead for a side bend. Reaching and rooting through the sitting bones, letting the fingertips reach to the side. And imagine you're creating space between each rib, space between the lowest rib and your hip. How much space can you create to share your love? And as if you could send this love out, let every area that you're creating space in release Chesed into the world. We'll switch sides, reaching the left arm up and over. Noticing if that shoulder's rising, like mine. And take a moment to send the breath there to release. Breathing in between the ribs as if you could create an arc of light. And then we'll come back up. And let's begin to ripple like waves with the arms, letting them move back and forth. Floating in this energy of giving, this energy of generosity. Thinking of people who need it. As we build love towards ourselves, we cultivate love towards others. Let's do that one more time. And we'll come back to center, finding a point on the chair that pushes you a little bit forward so that when you lengthen out the right leg with a tiny bend in the knee, you have enough room to be able to lengthen the leg out to stretch it. So take a moment if you need to set up here. You guys look great. Flexing through the foot. And then we'll inhale, lifting up tall for our spine of love. Exhale, begin to gently hinge forward. This could be a centimeter, just allowing this opening through the hamstring. And it varies from day to day and from person to person. So your movement may be tiny, but just allow this expansiveness to now flow down the leg. And if it feels good, you can start to walk the forearms, the hands down the leg, letting a gentle curl come into the spine. We'll rise back up, placing the right ankle over the left knee, beginning to send this wave of love into the hips, into the glutes. And as we prepare ourselves, we all hold places where we have tension, we have constrictions. And so be kind here. If you feel tight in the hip flexor, just breathe the love into it and gently allow the knee to release down. You can rock it back and forth like a wave. And then we'll lengthen up again through our tall spine. And you can lean into this shape. Maybe even adding a ripple if it feels good. Breathing into the glutes, into the hips. Moving from the inside out, sending love out the entire time. And we'll come back up, placing the right foot down. And we're going to turn our hips now towards the left side of the room. And take a moment again to find a comfortable place here. And you want to try to get the leg on the chair to be fully supported so that you're not too forward and you have the support of the chair. From here, slide the right leg back, beginning to open up through your hip flexor. We get so tight in our hip flexor, and this is a place where we can create tension and it keeps us from expanding. And we want to make sure we are expanding with light and love. So breathe through any tight places. And you can imagine if you're sending the water down the leg, that it's running through the thigh, opening up everything along the way. And then we'll reach the arm out and up and come back into our side bend. Breathing through the side body. And you can just move like this, like water, at your own pace, however feels good to you. Sharing the love around you and thinking of people who need this love. We'll come back through center, switching sides. So take a moment to get set up again. And this time we'll lengthen the left leg out, finding as much length as you're able to today, and then flexing the left foot back, lengthening up through the spine, big inhale, and then begin to hinge forward. And this time, maybe bring your attention to the low spine, sending the love there. We so often hunch over. So imagine that this Chesed to create space between your lower vertebrae and let that space expand you. And from there, if it feels good, you can lean in, releasing any tension, maybe bringing your ripples back, or just leaning in and letting the body release a little. Sending the breath wherever it needs it. We'll rise up, and this time we'll place the right foot over, the left foot over the right, taking a moment to gently open the knee. And again, as we prepare ourselves, as we heal, there will be places on this journey today where you might feel tightness and it may feel like resistance. And just be kind. Send that kindness into your body. Gently ease the knee down. And we're going to lengthen the spine back up. And it's growing tall with this beautiful energy of generosity. And then bring it forward to someone who needs it. Even if it's a tiny lean forward that can tip the scales of kindness in the world. So leaning in as much as you're able and breathing through the body. The breath of love. We'll rise back up, switching sides, and we'll come back into this motion of twisting. This time we're going to move to the right side of the room, making sure you're supported with this leg, fully supported. And then you can slide the left leg back as much as feels good to you, and just breathe into the thigh, into the hip flexor. Letting go of whatever you want to release today. So often, the hips and the glutes hold so much resistance. When we judge others, when we judge ourselves, that can stick in the hips. So as we send love, let's send love to the hip flexor. We'll bring back in our side bend, reaching the arms out and up, bringing it overhead, bringing our attention back to the ribs, seeing if you can create spaciousness between each rib, bringing the arm down, and just flow this motion a few times, sending the love out and creating space to draw more in. One more time, arm reaches up and overhead. And then we'll come back through center. And I invite you to take your right hand. The right arm is the area in the body that is associated with Chesed. And just take a moment to gaze at your hand. This is the hand of love. This hand has held so many people that you love. It's given love, it's received love. So take a moment to just allow this hand of love to connect with your heart, being grateful for this arm of Chesed, and place the hand on your heart, thinking of someone who needs love. And with the generosity and kindness in your own heart, can you open up to the side of Chesed, the right side, offering this love? Maybe it's many people. We'll bring it back in, and we'll do this 2 more times. This hand that can always be there for you when you need love. Just gaze at it, and then offer your love. And bring the arm back in. And let's open one more time. Maybe it's a mitzvah that you do with this hand that brings you joy. We don't even think about all the ways we move through Chesed every day. And just this awareness, if you take nothing else from today's class, it's just knowing the power of love in your hand, this arm of Chesed, all of the good it can do. We'll bring the arms beside us. In Kabbalah, Abraham and Sarah are associated with Chesed. Their acts of kindness, always opening their home, their love can inspire us. And so we can welcome them in, or any ancestor that you have that makes you feel love. Invite them in as we reach the arms out and up, creating a circle of love. Exhale as you draw their wisdom into your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. And in this circle, imagine that you could reach the fingertips to either side of the room, bringing in the love and wisdom of your ancestors, Exhale through the heart space. We'll do that one more time. Letting the arms sweep out and up. Exhaling through the heart. And now we'll come up to our standing portion. And as I mentioned, if you want to stay in your chair, you can just listen to the teaching, or you can breathe, or allow the body to move in whatever way feels good to you as we stand. We'll come to the side of the chair, placing the right leg onto the chair, the right foot, and take a moment to root the left foot into the earth, connecting again with this concept of the world is built with love, drawing it up the leg, and then leaning forward, letting that love radiate all the way through the body. And maybe even sending the love to the calf. As you lean forward, you not only open up the hip, but the calf starts to breathe, breathing in the love as well. Taking a moment here, if it feels good, you can rock back and forth, just energizing the entire body with this lifting energy of Chesed. And then we'll lengthen the leg forward, flexing the foot. And you can have a bend in the leg, it can be as bent as it needs to be. And again, we're going to lift up, lengthening through the spine that we're building today. Hinge forward, however much you're able. And you can stay here, or you can allow this ripple of Chesed, this flow, to come through the body as you lean forward. Breathing in Chesed and breathing out Chesed. And we'll come back up. And I'll show you this before you turn. We're going to pivot towards the back of the room, just allowing an opening through the thigh, sweeping the left arm up and overhead, and then leaning in, just letting this breath move through the thigh, sending the Chesed to any tight places. And then you can lengthen the right leg. That feels good as you side bend. Maybe bringing in a color to join your breath. The Kabbalists have identified different colors with Chesed. And while it's a very personal experience, maybe the color white or silvery white or blue speaks to you as you breathe up the side body. We'll come back up and then we will walk to the other side. Taking a moment to set up, placing the left foot onto the chair, holding onto the side, and beginning to reach the hips forward, rooting down into the world, this world that was built on love, drawing it up through the leg, through the front of the body, out into the world, and then beginning to move back and forth ever so gently. Imagining now that this love that you've been creating is not only going to yourself and people that are dear to you, but send it everywhere, to anyone, to any place. We'll lengthen the left leg, flexing through the foot, soft bend in the knee, lengthen through your spine, and then hinge forward very gently. You can lengthen the leg, and you can let the body ripple forward, or you can stay here, whatever feels good. Releasing anything that you have felt today that covers your ability to give, your ability to receive love, just letting it go. We'll rise back up, and we're going to pivot again, pivoting towards the back of the room, taking a moment to open up through the thigh. You can lean into it, feeling a nice stretch of the groin. We're rocking back and forth, sending the breath to any places that need it. And then we'll lengthen the left leg, Reaching the right arm out and up. Bringing your attention again to the right side of Chesed. Continuing to create spaciousness and expansion through the side body. And we will rise back up, bringing the right foot to meet the left. And we'll come down for our meditation. Let's check on everyone, see how you guys look. I hope that felt good. You guys looked great. We'll find a comfortable seat. And now that we've opened up our body, we've created all this space, all this expansiveness for the light of Chesed to shine out. We can send love to ourselves and to others. So think about this as you start to settle in, reaching the feet into the earth, this connection to our foundation, letting the shoulders release down, closing the eyes or gently gazing down, beginning to take a few deep breaths, maybe letting the breath ripple through you like a wave. And bring your attention to the space above your head, imagining that there is a light. And in this light is a beautiful waterfall of Chesed, of loving kindness, of Shefa, abundance. And as you breathe, let this waterfall of Chesed flow through you from the crown of the head all the way to the feet, letting it coat the entire body in Chesed. And begin to breathe the Chesed through the body, sending it to all the places we just opened, to the new spine that we just built, letting it take space in between the vertebrae, letting it fill your cells, your muscles, your tendons, your organs, and letting it move through the body, taking with it any remnants of judgment, any remnants of resistance to love, letting it just clear it away. Sometimes we hold these pockets in the body. We know them as tightness, as resistance, as constraint or constriction. And as we heal and repair today, let this light of loving kindness flow through those places, dissolving them. A few breaths, letting the light ripple through you. You can imagine that the veins are full of Chesed, flowing through them. Letting it repair what needs to be healed, and letting it release what needs to be released. And we'll bring our attention next to the heart. Gently noticing how the heart feels today. As we enter into this period where we'll spend a week focusing on Chesed, can you gently, kindly gaze at the heart? How does your heart feel? Are you holding any feelings, any judgment, any tightness that you want to release? And can you let it go? And you send this wave of Chesed through the heart space, taking with it whatever you want to release as you rebuild yourself. Take a few moments to consider what you want to let go of. And as you release these feelings, can you fill the space with generosity, with light, with giving? Taking a moment to let these new emotions move through you. We'll bring our attention next to the mind. And as a gentle witness, can you look into your thoughts? Are they kind? Are they loving? Taking a moment to notice if there are thoughts that you want to let go of today. Judgments, stories. As we practice self-love and love to others, can you find a way to change any storyline that doesn't serve you with kindness? Taking a few breaths as you consider what you want to let go of. And begin to let this river of Chesed take it away. And in its place, can you find thoughts that serve you and others with kindness, with generosity? Breathing these thoughts into your mind as they imprint on your heart. And as we clear our bodies, our heart, and our mind of anything that doesn't bring us towards loving kindness, can you now direct this Chesed that you have created, this expansion through the body, towards yourself? Taking a moment to think about how you can bring this into your life, how you can bring it into this moment. And after you direct this love towards yourself, begin to think about the people in your life that are closest to you. It's so easy for us to judge, for us to keep our love from flowing? Can you allow this love that we've cultivated today to direct outwards to those that you care about? Imagining that you're wrapping them in your love with your right hand and sending waves of nourishing Chesed to them. We'll bring our attention now to bringing this Chesed and generosity to people that we don't know, to people who are outside of your close circle, who need love. And there are many of them right now. Can you send this Chesed to them? Letting this water of Chesed reach them from your heart, from your soul. And now we'll take this Chesed. We have built our body anew. We have repaired places in our body, in our heart, and our mind. Can you direct this Chesed to someone that you might hold a grudge against? Someone that you might have held an anger towards? And just imagine that you could send the Chesed to them. When we give Chesed, we receive more Chesed, even though sometimes it might feel hard. So take a moment to send this Chesed out to somebody who you might resist sending Chesed to. And we'll seal our practice by bringing your attention back to the waterfall of Chesed. And with each breath, let this Chesed run through you, over the body, nourishing you, soaking you in the nutrients of your practice today. And anytime this week, as you work on Chesed, come back to this feeling. If you feel resistance, send the wave of water, dissolving it. Gaze at your right hand, thinking about the love it brings, and open your heart. We'll take one more breath. And we'll open our eyes. And I'll come up to you guys, talking about our practice. I hope that felt good for everyone. And that you were able to open up. Maybe you feel a little more expansion. How was that for you, Gail?
Amazing.
I'm so glad.
Um, I missed the first couple minutes. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Amy. I'm
Okay.
Amy. I monthly provide a movement video, and for the counting of the Omer, thought it would be lovely for us to meet in person during the Omer period to go through the Sefirot together. So this is a course that I was offering to allow everyone to embody the Sefirot together, to send love to each other. And every week there's a different Sefira that we'll be working with.
And
But this week is Chesed, just opening to love.
And I saw that it's available on Zoom.
Yes, yes.
How do
So
I
it
do
will be
that?
weekly. Yeah. So we'll do Tuesdays through the counting of the Omer. So it will be seven classes.
And then, and they said that if you can't make it on that Tuesday, you can get it through Zoom.
Yes, a recording. We'll send a recording as well. So you'll have the recording if you can't make it.
You'll send the recording. Got it. Okay.
Yes, yes, the recording will be available because I know sometimes it's difficult to, live Zooms are difficult for all of us.
So I'm a cantorial soloist,
Oh,
and
wow.
I've studied Kabbalah, and I've done yoga for many, many years, and I'm a Reiki practitioner. You put it all together.
Yes, I try. So
You
thank you.
you succeeded. I mean, this is the first time that I've put it all together. So I was just sitting here crying because I was just so moved that it all came together.
Oh, that makes me so happy to hear. Well, I try to integrate different systems to have an experience so that this beautiful Torah that we learn can land in our bodies. So I'm so glad you enjoyed that. That makes me so happy to hear.
You have succeeded. You don't just try, you succeed. So
Well, thank you so much, Gail. That's so
thank you.
kind. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Chair Farrett, how did that feel for you?
Oh, that was amazing. And as Gail said, and given when before we started, you said you watch Rabbi Daniel's videos, and then often I speak, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I say? But I I'm waiting. In 2 weeks, I have spinal surgery,
Oh my goodness.
and it's that confluence that Gail mentioned, but minor different threads. So the spine, being in a new community, still feeling the, the repercussions of October 7, grappling with Chesed, um, and my own relationship with the song Olam Chesed Yibaneh with Rabbi Menachem Creditor's melody, and how I was just telling someone this yesterday, how like before October 7, I sang that everywhere. Everywhere. I sang that in a mosque. I sang that in a friend's parole hearing. I sang it with my clients. I sang it with in different um, shul communities. And after October 7, I've had quite the relationship with that song, and it hasn't been easy.
I understand that. Yes.
Mhm.
And, I think my hope today with that, because I think we all feel that way, the world feels so fractured and broken. I
Yes.
think that the way, because I thought about that as I planned this class, the way that I approached it is that when we heal ourselves, it is this ability to heal the world. It's the micro to the macro. It's this idea that we all make a difference. And as I was saying, you can tip the scales. And so when you open your body to love and you heal the brokenness, that ripples out and it has an effect in the world. And so I think practices like this help us heal. And one of the reasons I picked building the body with Hesed, starting to build the body, was that when we come inside, even our skeletal system, just working with the vertebrae and the space between the vertebrae, you
Mm.
are building and repairing yourself, and that ripples out. It repairs the world.
Mhm.
And I think when we think about it that way, and we can see what it can do for us, those fractures in the world can be healed over time with people like you both who are here, who are doing this. And we have to believe that because that's the only way that we can bring healing is
Mhm.
collectively together. And I think with your spine, when you have surgery, one of the things that has helped me so much is just even when movement is limited, just thinking about the expansiveness of the breath moving through you. It's so healing. I've had times where I've not been able to um, do movement, and the breath has always been there for me. And I think as you repair yourself, you can think of that energy as radiating out as hard as it can feel.
Mhm.
I don't know if that helps, just knowing that your impact and your actions have such an impact in the world.
You brought me validation because when I do Reiki on people, I use my voice since that's my biggest gift. And and I sing Olam Hesed is one of my songs that I sing when I do Reiki.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I think so many people do struggle right now with just how fractured the world is. But I do think as we go through this process, we're bringing hope. We're bringing our own love forward. And as I mentioned earlier, it's like this hand, this right hand has so much it can do. And sometimes, you can just look at your hand when you're feeling broken and you're feeling lost and disillusioned, and just know that you have the power with this hand, to bring love to yourself, to others, as hard as it may feel sometimes. So, as we rebuild ourselves over this Omer period, I think it can bring us our own healing internally, and we can share that with others. So to fair, your surgery is in 2 weeks is when you're having it.
Yeah.
And I think as you come out of that, I think that, I think the hardest part is going into surgery. So often it's the preparing for the surgery. But I'm so glad you're here, bringing in healing as you get ready to go to surgery. And
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that it's happening, and I'm not afraid. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean it's and using it as metaphor, right?
yeah.
Spine, foundation, new community, new connections, support, and Kabbalah. I mean, it's all it, each reinforces the other, and we can steer the ship in which direction we're taking that reinforcement.
Yes, you're exactly right. And it's interesting, some of the modern Kabbalists, Rabbi Ginsburg, he has some beautiful books that really dive in deep to the Sefirot and different health and healing modalities. And one of them, he links the skeletal system to Hesed. His books are very detailed in terms of different um, health healing and diagnoses, but I thought that was just so beautiful. You felt that, I felt that, and and it's something that he has shared in his teachings, that the skeletal system is the system that is linked with Hesed. So
Yeah.
just just bring that Hesed into your bones and just feel that you are just building yourself up. And I'm just so glad that we were all together to bring in this energy today. And if you ever have questions about anything that we do or any modifications, and as you recover to ferret from surgery too, I'm happy if you ever want to, get together. I'm happy to give you some movements that you could try when you're able to start moving again safely, just coming back into movement. I have had some struggles, where I really haven't been able to move. And so I've had to kind of create a lot of creativity in order to come back to it. And so I'm happy to share any of those with you as you have the surgery and you feel better.
Well, that's where this is coming from. This is coming from your own healing, and that makes perfect sense. That is beautiful.
And the truth is, I wouldn't be here today with you all had I not had that. So you are so insightful, because that is true. I think that experience for me really inspired me to share with others through our challenges. It's always true. You come out stronger. And so I think when we're in a period of challenge, I always try to remind myself that, it'll be my strength. So I'm
Yeah.
so glad I can share that with you. And and as I said, feel free to reach out with any questions. Next week we'll do Gavora, and Gavora is always, it's the boundaries, um, you know, it's the structure. And so in the body we can find structure and boundaries too, and then we blend it beautifully as we come into Tiferet in the third week. And you've heard that with Rabbi Nachman's teachings. There's so much on compassion and on Tiferet, which is that central point of the of the two merging.
Mhm.
So it's nice to get to go through this journey, and and we'll have everything recorded. So whatever you miss, you can join, or I'm happy to meet with you. And when you're feeling better after your surgery, we can go through a class together. So thank you both so much for being here. I enjoyed it so much.
Amy,